There's it. All right. This is the 60th IWAR Gold Strategy Workshop. And Mike Cook is with me. As always, I'm Matt Riley, the host, and Mike is the expert. So I listen, you listen, we'll all be like cranking out 502s and 518s and 530s.
Yeah, whatever you want. We can
Right.
get
There was that guy I told you about, Dr. Monty Roach, used to be like 483 guaranteed. So yeah, this is the 60th edition. And we were probably a small, short show tonight because there's not that many options. So I think I've set you up to be whatever you want to take over with the screen, and we'll talk about what options are left in gold.
try it again.
Not
It's telling
29.
telling me it can't.
Uh-oh. There's no, that's not a whiteboard I want. Hold on. Should be here. Hold on. Maybe. All right, so we're back up running. You should be able to do it now. Ta-da!
All right.
All right. Now, we were talking earlier. We're going to go 29, 26 across the board.
It's due. I heard.
I sent everybody an email, and I was like, if you guys could just like make the holds easier for me, that'd be great.
Yeah. Now, since this is going to be a short one, let's go back in history and show. Last year there was one in winter. I believe this is winter. I don't technically label these. I just copy them sometimes. But with cycle 4 last year, we had a double drop. Golden Jade did one.
Okay.
Nobody got mad, I don't think, right?
Yeah, it was once in a blue moon.
Let's go back to the year before. Oh, look, same cycle, Iron and Diamond had one.
What?
Since in a pattern here.
Oh my goodness.
Or we didn't have one that year. Very surprising. But here's the craziest one ever. Like if they went through this cycle, they may have quit.
Whoa!
The width of 25 means a 25 dropped and a 24 went up. So we had a repeat, and then we had one that happened in 3, all while a 25 was dropping as well. So there was 3 holds that moved.
Wow.
That's the
crazy times.
And you see earlier that year they had this extra one where a 26 dropped and a 24 went up.
Yeah. That hasn't happened since then, right?
No, it used to be a yearly thing. Like you see, here's the 25 dropping. Happens here as well. There's another triple. Here's a double drop. Yeah. So these things are less frequent now, but no.
Well, I certainly hope it happens. I certainly hope enough people complain to Kim and Johnny B that this is just not acceptable. I'm not going to play ever again. And here's my other matches and increasing my roster size.
Yeah. I've always been fine with those cycles, though. It's interesting trying to figure it out. And you usually don't figure it out, but nobody else is going to figure it out either. And that makes it okay. Because what's funny, those 2 leagues actually still had a 500 federation score.
So somebody was either like,
look back at just the last 10 cycles and see how many 499. So there's actually been worse feds, fairly common this year even. So they turned out okay. I heard somebody won the U.S. title out of Diamond somehow. It's crazy. I don't know who that is, but he's probably a genius.
We can only put clues together. Okay. So how bad is it going to be now?
Yeah, back to the important stuff. Yeah. So we get, usually we try to end at like 24 total. Without really doing much thinking, we're down to 28. And we get there. We'll start the back. The 42s are still happening. This is about the time they ended the last run. It was like 27 or 28, and I think we're right there that one of the next couple of feds is that number.
Right.
But I'm not going to be the one to guess when that is, so I'm going to just use the 42s, and that leaves us with the 4 backs. You can probably flip the 45 1 and the 45 2, which one is 66, two is 65.
Right.
It's a coin flip, honestly, if it's going to be which way. So far, the two feds this cycle, one been 1-2, the other one's been 2-1. So whichever way you like those two, just put that at the end. Put a 42 here, and then you only have 144 because 90 is the one. So
right.
90 will go here.
What if this is the cycle? 90 goes to 42.
Then we miss it and live with it.
Everyone misses it.
And then got 243. So you got to pick between the 243s and the 242s. That's all you got to do on the back. So 4 options.
Yeah.
You got 7361, 7367, 6361, and 6367. Pretty much it can be any one of those. There's nothing really. Let's see. Go here. So far it's been the same, the 1 and the 2. Oh, I clicked the wrong one here. Hold on. Let me fix that so it doesn't show that both 42s or both 4s went.
So last cycle was 41. So 44, 1, 43, 2, 42, 2. Oh my goodness.
Right. So it's a little everywhere. That's why I can't tell you how to narrow it down. Maybe this one goes across, but that doesn't happen too often. You see, like here when those two matched, complete opposite in gold. Here when they both matched, only one was the same in gold. So it's, there's not like a, the 42s seem to run across, but what hits off of the 44s and 43s does not. So it could be anything. We don't know which 43 it's going to be. And the 42s, there's no guessing. Like here, 1 1 2 1 1, 1 1 1 1 2, 2 1 2 1, all twos, 1 2 2 1. Like it's just there's no pattern on any of these, so I can't tell you which one. So I'm not going to narrow those down. You'll have to just pick, or as I typically say, try to use all 4 and just use less fronts. That's where I'll be this cycle. Between the 2 leagues, I think I got 9 strats, so I can do 2 fronts, 4 backs, and then the BW. I'll just copy which one I like the best. So, but that's the back. Not much else to say. It's pretty clean one. 4 options. The front, you see all the red is what's eliminated, and that is a lot. Still was 29-28. Still helped us out.
Right.
Big way. These 2 are gone from 29-27 because they would have a 25. So they're gone. 29-26, as we joked about, is last cycle's gold. So I have to be scared of it. It's gone. 28-27, again, we got helped out a whole lot by iron. Eliminated another 4. So both of them really helped us this cycle. That's not been happening a ton. And the 2 cycles ago was 27-26. I'm going to leave it up here for now, though, because there's so few. I want to go over the what ifs. It's kind of weird. So the 28 drop, which has been 25 cycles, so we're going to come up on it soon. But it was 2 cycles ago, 25s. Both of them are the 28s. Great for all the other combinations. But probably not going to happen unless it's just, we just saw it happen in Still with the 2 cycles ago. So maybe that's a hint. But it's a big what if. It's due to happen soon. Based on what we typically eliminate, it's not going to happen. who knows? But probably it's a big gamble this cycle. But if you really want to go out on a limb, it's probably the limb that you want to go on. Same thing on what I kept the 2 cycles ago, the 27, 26. There's so few. I think maybe it's a cycle they do something like that.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Your 29, 27, it says 131. Isn't 31, 45, 28?
Oh, did I tap the wrong one?
Oh my God.
I was doing this when we were talking a minute ago. Yeah, so that should be 159. Okay. Glad you caught that.
I was looking at my notes. I'm like, am I wrong? Did I screw up again? Because I do that a lot. No. Hey, telling you guys, 29, 26 played every cycle, every Fed.
1, 5. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. Let's check these other ones in to be safe. 31 and 45, that's 28, and 8 and 53 is the 26s. Yep. Okay, so it's just the one. Okay. Yeah, good catch.
Hey.
So yeah, let's get these cleared back out.
We need to get some more 5-hour energy.
Yeah,
nothing,
I got
nothing fights lupus like 5-hour energy.
All right. So yeah. So you got your 28s, which were 2 cycles ago. Big gamble if you go there. We already had the 27s this year and the 26s. If there ever was a cycle where one is going to hit a second time in a year, this feels like it could be that cycle. I think it was it? Let's see, what was bronze last cycle? Yeah, bronze was the 28s. Okay, was it 2 cycles ago? Oh no, it's all the way back here. Both of went recently in the 27s and then the 26s, but a couple cycles ago, so maybe it's not too bad there. I was thinking that they were options already eliminated later on, but they're back in play. So yeah, you've technically got all 3 double drops available, but big risk. I would probably stay away from them. And
what
if you really want to gamble, yeah. If you really want to gamble, the 2 cycles ago drop could be the one that does that, or it's as obvious as we've tracked it down to, and it's going to be 29, 27 or 28, 26.
Wow.
And that's going to be the tough part because it's so few, so there will be a lot of high scores, but with no overlap between the two, being a 29, 27 and 28, 26, nothing.
Right.
Probably going to be the cycle where you have those extreme scores. You got a lot of 499, 500s, and you got 489s a lot. You know, just the way this one's going to go. So
looking at those holds, one, we talked about one being good for a while. It's been good for a while. Is it now because 25's on the other side of the 29 point hold? Are we looking at one to go down again?
It's probably due soon, but
so no 29s.
Not to try to convince anybody, but the last 2 times that streaks ended 29, 29, we're on 29. Maybe that's a hint.
Now we should mention that.
Yeah, maybe it's just due to go for a while though, because this was pretty rough.
Yeah. Well, it was pretty good for a while. That little jaunt back in EH. We should mention that Larry and I myself tried to get Chat GPT to tell us an answer, but it really didn't help.
Yeah.
So you're better off just throwing darts or picking out of a hat. Of our 25 holds, the bounce up. So we have 31.59, 31.5, which I think actually is 45 would be a third time drop.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. which has happened.
Yeah, it's actually been one that's done it before. Yeah, I mean, obviously the 2 is much more common, but I mean, you can look around, you see several examples without even really looking. So yeah, it's done. It did 4 even. That's tough, but very possible. I don't think you can roll it out off of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll have to, like I said, decide if you're just wanting to go with one of these obvious or have some fun and go out on a limb with one of the double drops or 27, 26 from 2 cycles ago. But there's not much to do outside of that small decision.
Yeah.
But yeah,
well,
6,
definitely
4 backs, 24. That's it.
Yeah. It's pretty easy peasy. What I do is I sit there and then I break down, like I look at what the hold values were most recently, and I guess what they might be going forward. So I'm a nerd. Don't know if it helps or not, but I do it as a little exercise. And then I try to do is when I figure out what I think the hold might be. So let's say, for example, like 25 goes to 30 and 1 goes down. So that means I'm going to put 1 in like the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 slot somewhere, depending where I think it's going to go. If I think it's going to go 26, I'll put it in 10. I try to figure out numbers wise how often that way repeats. So for instance, if it goes, 25, 29, or let's say 27, 29, to go 27 again, like how often is that number back to back?
Mm-hmm.
Johnny being his mathematical sickos.
Yeah, sometimes I think that works, and then there's other times it makes no sense. So,
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, like I said, short one today because
yeah, that's okay. It's we have an interesting Tuesday for sure after last cycle and like I said, it comes down to like might see a lot of high scores, but we might have a harder time getting that like nailed down to 500, 501.
Yeah.
Unless you ran 50 guys.
Well, according to this, we just need 24.
Or 24.
I don't have 24 though. Not in gold. Actually, not in any Fed. But if I did, I'd have a 501.
Let's see here. My notes. Yeah, I put down harder, easier. We talked 29, 26. We talked Chat GPT. I have a note here. We talked about 41s, 42s, and how it's going to happen eventually. Same thing with 28s, but I can see them sitting on it for 40 cycles, just daring us to keep playing 28s. Why 28 hasn't dropped around these parts in a good 4 years. So, I think this is pretty good. I mean, we got it narrowed down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. You just got to drop one of these, maybe one of the backs, and you got it.
Yeah, I think so. So let's wait and see. Like the last cycle with 44-1, 43-1, 42-1, 45-1. Switch the 42s, switch the 45s, ends up going back to 44, 43. That's a toss up. And one thing I would say too, I do a lot, I try to do now with my wrestlers is if I don't know, like if 90 is not at like 45, I try to hopscotch it. So like Atari has 66 at 14, Barry Stevens has it at 15, Turner has it at 14, Shaka has it at 15. So that way, if you're anything about it royal, you're not looking at the exact same combos and odds and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, it's tough because, like, I'll typically, if I have a league shot and I do have a regional shot, I'll give them the same one and I'll do that flip. But then you see people, it's happened a few times. I think Jeff Annable did it last year or the year before. use the same strat, basically same flow and everything on a league, I think a TV and maybe a regional, and they were all amazing, and he wins all three in the report. Like Jerry Anderson did the same thing once. It's kind of crazy. Like if you keep it consistent and hit, it's amazing, but probably on average you have a better chance if you rotate them of one hitting.
Hey, I'm just looking for my 9th 501. Let's nail that down first, right? So, all right. Well, I guess we'll call it a night. Yep. Good luck, everybody in gold. Don't go 29-26, and don't double your holds.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, man.
Simple. See you.
All right. Bye.